Hello everyone and welcome back or welcome to my channel. So today I'm gonna finally be filming the training video that I talked about. So today I am going to be reading your submissions to a Google form that was about your unpopular SSO opinions. I literally forgot how to record because I've been so busy. I've been working on a realistic roleplay, so that's also in the makings right now. Okay, here's the first submission. Why is my phone so cold? Oh my god, stop! Stop doing that to me. The first submission says, I love fishing and archaeology, really anything to do with grinding. I don't even know at this point. What? What? What is happening? I think you're a little insane. That's a little silly. I just, every time I force myself to do fishing or archaeology, I'm wondering why I'm sitting on a pixel horse game and doing this. Yeah, thing about grinding is that this game has been making us grind for everything. They made us grind for the equestrian festival, the whole dressage thing last year, or whatever, like impressing the Baroness just to get a friggin' ribbon. Then they made us grind during Camp Western, and then they made us grind for the Hollow Woods, and then they made us grind for the Winter Village. Some people are way too dramatic about clubs. Like it's a pixel horse game. Not everyone is going to have the time to log on for 2 hours to trot in circles and lines. I agree. Okay, this person I think is talking about like dressage mainly because I used to be a dressage club person and we had practices like 3 times a week and I could only show up to one, but the owner was pretty laid back, so it was fine. I hate this game. I actually despise this game. Like, it's actually insane. Like, I don't know why I'm playing this. Some club owners will make their members come into practices or like 5-7 times a week, and then they'll like get mad if you don't show up, or there'll be like some kind of repercussion for not showing up to a practice. And I feel like sometimes it's the same with like realistic roleplay clubs. I don't know. I've been in like 2. Clubs are a good idea at heart, and some people like having active clubs. I am way too busy to be or own an active club. So, I don't know. Like, it's just, oh my god. Like, nobody should be bending over backwards, whether it's the member or the owners of a club, for a pixel horse game club. Like, that's not good, guys. Ew. I hate the Passos. Their tail has a sharp edge in it, and I can't get over it. By the way, love your vids, and I always look forward to them. Thank you! That's so sweet. Guys, you're the best. I don't know. I have noticed the weird sharp edge in the Passo's tail. My relationship with the Passos is weird. I bought one when they first came out because it was like a try it before you deny it kind of ew, before, kind of thing. And I bought like the black and white Pinto. I don't know. Girl, I could not tell you. I feel like the Passos are really overhyped. I can hear my dog licking himself in the... Stop! Dude! My god. I don't like some of the Passos gates. That's really all I have to complain about with them. I own, 3 coat colors? I don't know, 4 maybe. I mean, yeah, I understand where this person's coming from. Like, I kind of agree, yeah. I like training, LOL. I like training too, but the thing is, I don't like training in just, like, silence. I have to be watching a TV show or, like, a YouTube video in the background, or else I will lose my mind. Or I also get really distracted when I'm training. Halfway through training, if I decide I'm hungry, I'll get up and go order, or I'll, like, Grubhub food to the house, or I'll just get up and make myself like pizza or something, which is why I can't really train with other people because I get really distracted. I love the curly horses. That's definitely an unpopular opinion. When the curlies first came out, I did not buy them. I was like, I ain't buying this. I hate this. What is this? I have one and I really want to sell it. One of my friends has convinced me to not sell it. She keeps going, oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. Bro, have you seen him? Man is ugly. I can't stand the curlies. I like the idea of the curlies. The coats are ugly, in my opinion. The gates are ugly. I just don't like their build. I don't like their idle animations. I just trashed this horse. I hate them so much. I only have one, and I want to sell it, but my friends won't let me. It's okay though, you do you. Love what you want to love, I guess. The quests were always boring, you just got older. This is so... I like this. Finally, I've been saying this for forever. Yeah, of course these quests were entertaining when you were like, what, 10 years old because you were a child? That's crazy that this horse game's intended audience is for children. I don't know. Seems kind of wild, I'm not even gonna lie. Of course the quests were more entertaining when you were little because you were little. They're not gonna be entertaining anymore. You're like, what, 18? Like, no, of course not. Also, I just don't understand the complaining about the quest, like, the quest line. I don't know. I still like the quest line. I mean, I'm kind of lost. I like the feeling of doing main quests. I don't know. I'm just kind of... It's, like, kind of bland to me now because I'm older and it doesn't have the same, like, magical effect as it did before when I was little because that's how that works. That's how aging works. I don't know, dude. I like the idea of what they're trying to do in the quest line and all of, like, the, areas, like the Wild Weave is beautiful. Like some of the areas that they've released are just gorgeous, really. But I can't stand any of the characters. I just can't stand the characters. Sorry. The inconsistency in styles. Just pick one style and run with it at this point. I agree, but that's definitely not my priority or what I feel like should be the priority for this game. Like if you compare James, who got updated before our characters, to our characters, the style is very different. Like, the shading is very different. I do agree. I think they're very inconsistent in their style, but I don't know, it doesn't bother me as much as I know it bothers other people. Old SSO was so much worse. I kind of agree, because old SSO, the graphics were not good. The horses were not good. The animations were not good. The only reason people think old SSO is better is purely because of nostalgia and memories. And yes, that's the case. I think I have a ton of memories and nostalgia based around old SSO. I think almost everybody who's an OG player does. That doesn't mean that old SSO is better. It can be better in some forms, but in the physical form, new SSO is so much better. I love the Finn horses. Okay, I don't even know if this is unpopular or not. All I know is I hate the Finn horses. I have one. It's the Dapple Gray. I bought two when they came out, and I only have one of them now. I sold the other. I don't like their animations and how they're reused from the Frisian horses. I don't like their build. They look funky. I don't like them. I can't. I don't like them. I just don't like them. I mean, good on you for liking them. I cannot stand the Finn horses. I'm sorry. I love doing Fair's Workshop. What is wrong with you guys? Nobody in their right mind should love doing Fair's Workshop. I remember when that stuff came out, I looked at how long it was going to take, and I was like, I ain't doing this. I mean, it's done now just because I've been bored on the game. I hated it. I hated every single bit of it. I actually hate champs so much, it's insane. I've heard a lot of people say this, and I'm not really sure why. I get it that the system is boring and repetitive. I feel like they said they were going to update them a while ago, and they never did. And I don't know why they're, like, updating one racetrack at a time, but it's the same kind of deal. Like, the champs aren't fun. Just give us, like, a shoving system, and people would be happy, honestly. Well, the realistic role players would be happy. Champs are boring and repetitive, and I don't like them, but the only reason I do them is for XP. I don't know anybody, or I don't know of anybody who still does champs for, like, the actual purpose of doing champs. If you're, like, actually getting a level 15 horse out and good tack, I don't know what you're doing. Like, that's 250 XP down the drain right there. The nab strippers are cute. I like the cartoony style. Okay, I liked the nab strippers when they first came out. I own two, I think. I own one of the bird catcher ones, one of the brown bird catcher ones, I think, and I own one of the blanket ones. Oh, geez. I don't know how I feel about the nab strippers. I don't like the cartoony style. I don't like how big the hooves are. I don't think they actually represent the breed. If the coats were, like, amazing, I feel like I would be a little less upset about how half-assed the models were. The whole point of the nab stripper, or making it in this game, is that they have really pretty coats. And
Okay, why am I in the water? Why am I drowning?
I'm gonna fail. I hate this game. I'm mixed matched about reusing animations. It depends on which horse you're reusing the animations of. I don't understand using the Andalusian model and animations for the Nabstrappers. Like, that is just such a half-ass thing to do. And also, if you put me in front of a Nabstrapper and an Andalusian in real life, I will be able to distinctly tell which one is which. They don't look like each other. They don't look like each other. They don't. You could put the least horsey person in the world next to them. One of them would point at the Andalusian and say, oh, that one looks fancy. And then they would point at the Nabstrapper and be like, that one looks like it's covered in bird shit. Okay? They're not similar. The Gen 3 Arabians and Pentabians are hella overrated. I don't like you, okay? I am an avid Arabian Pentabian supporter. I'm their #1 fan. I own so many Arabians. I love the Arabians and the Pentabians. I love them. I love the gates. I love the idle animations. I love the way that they were made, how they aren't too overdone. I love them. I'm sorry, I love them so much. I don't think they're overrated. If anything is overrated, it's that thing right there. I'm sorry, I love the Arabians. I do not agree at all. I love the Arabians and the Pentabians with my whole heart. They are my babies. I love them so much. Literally, like, this, don't take any of this video personally if I don't agree with your opinion. This is just for some shits and giggles. I personally think all of the fjords are ugly. I have nothing against the breed IRL, but in SSO, I hate the classic main styles and the Palomino coat color. I kind of see where this person's coming from. The fjord slow gallop, I think, has been broken for a while and they won't fix it. I own 2 fjords. I own the classic coat color because I bought it at 3 a.m. Don't ask. And I bought the peachy color one when it first came out. That's the only one I like. I don't really like the fjords. I think for such a unique breed, they could have done a lot better. I think they need to make the fjords a lot draftier than they made them. Fjords are very drafty in real life. Like, they're very chunky. And I don't think they did a good job with the fjords. I feel like I don't have anything against the main styles. I just feel like they could have been more creative. Like, not all fjords have completely roached manes, or whatever you want to call that hairstyle, main style. SSO dressage is legit drill team, and it is harmful to the real life sport to call it dressage. What? I'm confused. I do agree that SSO dressage is drill team, unless you're talking about, like, live showing dressage, which is, oh god, which is actually surprisingly like dressage in real life. But I don't think it's harming the real life sport to call it dressage? I don't know. I'm confused from where this person is coming from. Like, I don't really think that top-level dressage competitors care what some pixel pony kids are doing. SSO did a good choice on adding mobile. Reason, if someone's laptop doesn't work or they can't afford one and they want to try out a game, it's much easier to try it out on mobile. Or if they just need to go out of town. I agree. I feel like people didn't hate mobile existing in the first place. They hated the mobile commands. I mean, I feel like there's not much else you can do. I do think adding mobile was a good idea, but I mean, for the commands, there's really nothing you can do to make them better. I feel like people are forgetting that this is a laptop, desktop, PC-made video game that they had to squeeze into mobile. Like, that's hard to do. So you gotta give them credit for that, even if it wasn't ideal or isn't ideal. I don't know. I don't use mobile. I don't. I used to film with a second account on mobile, but I don't anymore because it pisses me off. Old SSO was shit. Y'all as okay. That's a harsh way of putting it. I feel like this is what the person before said, like, old SSO was worse, but just, like, a real harsh way of putting it. That's kind of funny to me. I agree. I mean, I don't think old SSO was that bad, but it was bad. It was worse than this is. I gave it, like, 100%. Moving on. Oh, that shouldn't be as funny as it is to me. Probably their chat system. I know a lot of people would agree with me, but not everyone agrees with the chat things I would change. I don't like that you can't talk about social media stuff. Sure, it might get crazy follow me. Oh, follow me on my YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, you know, that stuff. But I like asking people if they want to be in my videos. I also think that all horses should have a special move, special gait, and should be able to lay down and buck, the mean essentials. I think the horses should have more personality and do stuff like paw their foot, maybe get a little antsy, maybe start acting up if you get too close to another horse. And even though it might get annoying because you might have to do more horse care. I don't know what to say about the chat thing because I get it, our chat system sucks, but like also it's a kid's game. I don't really think the chat system filters are ever gonna change. There's not a lot they can do about that. They legally can't just allow free chat because, there's minors playing this game, and like majority of the kids playing this game are underage. Probably shouldn't be exposed to the things people can say on the internet, but it does get annoying. I think that not being able to type in socials is really frustrating. Somebody asks for like the @ of an Instagram or like an account, you can't really tell them, and it's pretty annoying. I don't know about all horses having a special gate, because the horses that do have special gates tend to be 5-gated horses that actually have the special gates in real life. But I do think all horses should be able to buck and have all of the general essentials of things that horses do. I wish that the horses had more personality. I don't know. I remember last year or 2 years ago, I don't know, when they released the thing where you could do age and gender to quote unquote add more personality, and like that doesn't add more personality, that just gives your horse a gender that's written down. The Gen 2 halflingers are better than the Gen 3 halflingers. Another unpopular opinion. I don't agree with you at all in any form. I'm sorry. The Gen 2 halflingers look like burnt toast. I think I like the Gen 3 halflingers. They don't really look like actual halflingers. Like I said, SSO seems to have a phobia of making horses more drafty. I don't know what that's about, but halflingers are much chunkier than they are. Like, they're much chunkier in real life than SSO made them in the game. But I do not think that the Gen 2 halflingers are better than the Gen 3 halflingers, like, at all. Neither of them look like the breed. My unpopular SSO opinion is that I hate the Belgian warmblood. I don't know why. There's just something about them that I don't like. I also don't know if this is popular or unpopular opinion, but I hate wild realistic roleplays. They get boring so fast. I don't agree on the Belgian warmbloods one. They're my favorite warmbloods. I like the Belgians more than I like the Dutch warmbloods, but I mean, that's your opinion, I guess. I don't know anything about the wild roleplay stuff. That's not what I do. I don't think I've never done chat roleplays or something. Like, when I was little playing this game, I had like a phobia of like chatting other people. I don't know, it was a little bit funky. I hate champs with a passion. What is it with you guys and just hating champs? I mean, I already covered this, but yeah, they're boring, they're repetitive. My unpopular opinion is that it takes hours to grind for the druid horse or whatever. Like, it took me 4 months. I feel like that's not an unpopular opinion, that's a fact. It takes so long to grind for druid training. It was so bad. The only good thing about it was that it would give you a ton of horse XP, but it was like so repetitive, and I was just like, why am I doing this? It was so bad. And especially when you would fail a mission and you didn't want to have to log out and log back in to redo it. It was so annoying. Epona, like pretty much all of the Harvest Counties, is so beautiful and has a ton of potential. I wish the game would focus on revamping areas in 2024. I agree. I think Epona has a ton of potential. Really all of Harvest Counties. And I do wish that they would update them, but I don't think they're going to be focusing on upgrading or adding new areas in 2024. Sorry to burst your bubble, that's not happening. Idris, he's literally so ugly and so overhyped. I feel like I'm going to vomit when I see him. I cannot describe how much I hate that ugly magician freak. Jesus. You really hate him, I guess. I don't get the whole Idris thing. Idris scares me. Idris seems like he would watch me sleep at night. That's all. All of the Gen 2 and Gen 1 horses are ugly. People only say they like them because of nostalgia. Like, we all know they're gross. I feel like that is not true. I feel like some people say they like them because they genuinely like them. I mean, they are a little funky looking. I don't think all of the Gen 2s are ugly. I have a soft spot for the Gen 2 thoroughbreds and Lipizaners. They're old models. All old models of something are gonna look different, and some people are gonna consider one better than the other, and that's just kind of how it rolls. You can't really do anything about that. People overlook how rare it is that a game actually updates every single week. Like, barely any other games do that. When people are complaining about every little thing, it's insane to me because we get updates every week. This community is never happy, SMH. I feel like people overlook how rare it is that the game updates, but I mean, everybody has a right to criticize the game. I just feel like when it's every single update and they're like coming after social team workers or like ambassadors that don't even have anything to do with the actual code that goes into the game. That's just when the line needs to be drawn. This community, never happy. Never been in a more just passive aggressive community. The switch ups that this community does is just actually insane. The Jorvik Frisians are actually so fugly. Like, I don't even know if this is unpopular or not, but they are just so damn ugly. This is funny. I hate the Frisians. I haven't, not even irrational, I have a very rational hatred of the Frisians. I just think they're disgusting. I hate looking at them, and they grind my gears when I see them. I have two. I don't know why I have two, because I liked them when they came out. I was a dressage girly, like I said, so yeah. The main bone I have to pick with the Frisians is how the team made them. If anybody remembers back in like when the English Thoroughbreds were about to come out, like the first spoilers for them being released, the community hated them, so SSO redid them. But when the first spoilers for the Frisians came out and the community hated them, SSO didn't redo them. So, yeah, that's already strike number one. And the fact that instead of making separate Frisian sport horses and just Frisian horses, like they did with the Pentabians and the Arabians, they were lazy and half-assed it and just shoved together the sport horses and the Frisians and called it, quote-unquote, the Jorvik Frisians. That's just a messed up thing to do in general, and I feel like they could have done so much better on those horses. I read somewhere that they might be looking to remake them. I don't know. I really hope they do. And if they do, I hope they actually do it right this time. And the Frisians are so derpy. They have the weirdest animations, the weirdest facial expressions. I hate them. I can't stand the Frisians. I cannot stand the Frisians. My least favorite horse breed is the Dutch Warmbloods, simply because I find their gaits really obnoxious and I can't stand their slow gallop. My favorite is the Halflingers. I just wish they would have more coat colors. When breeding comes out, I shall make an army of them, though, since I love their model and gaits. By the way, I adore your realistic roleplays. Have an amazing day. Thank you so, so, so much. I agree. I cannot stand the Dutch Warmbloods. I mean, they're fine, I guess, but this is a warm blood. Warmbloods are a very general breed. Like, you could put a Dutch Warmblood and a Belgian Warmblood in front of me in real life, and I would not be able to tell you the difference. But Warmbloods are very versatile breeds. Not all Warmbloods trot like this. Not all Warmbloods do this. I know that they were trying to like make them seem more fancy, I guess. Not all Warmbloods are like this. And I feel like they should have made them more versatile. I like the coat colors though. I don't know, I'm just mixed about them. I prefer the Belgian Warmbloods much more, honestly. Anyways, that is actually going to be all for today. If I didn't read your submission, I am so sorry. I ran out of time completely. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!